lot of.
All right, everybody. Welcome to Geeks and Rebels. Sorry we've been gone for a while. Someone was sick.
Yeah, I was
and some
dying.
of us were just, trying not to die.
Yeah.
So, what were we talking about? We were talking about earlier. We were talking about Demon Slayer.
Yeah, Demon Slayer. I think it was like Kamehameha.
Kimetsu no Yaiba.
Dude, that's the only one that has me like really like.
Kimetsu no Yaiba or Kimetsu. I don't know how you pronounce that, but it's the only one I remember exactly that line because I was asked Juliana like yesterday. I was like, "Have you seen that yet?" She was like, "No, I haven't." But you should probably watch it. She likes the type of anime style that is.
I'm gonna tell you right now, great anime.
It's really
great storyline that keeps you paying attention every episode. Freaking amazing costuming, like amazing, like the characters are well developed. I love the whole story. I love the whole world. It's so cool.
It's really, really good. I like the art style really a lot.
Yeah, it's well animated.
Like I really didn't think I was gonna like it. It was one of those animes that kind of was like, you know what? Like I usually say this, I'll watch the first episode of any anime if it's good, and then maybe I'll watch the episodes afterwards. When I was my friend was telling me to watch Yuri on Ice, I was like, clearly I know what this is about,
dude. I give it 3 episodes because I've learned that animes have 3 episodes. It is the introduction, the introduction and plot is the first where they introduce you to the kid and the problem he's going to go through. The second is like the introduction to what he's going to become into and his potential, and then the third is like him officially becoming like whatever he's gonna be doing,
like in Demon Slayer. It's really good. It was kind of sad though.
It is.
Although I still trying to figure out like where he got that big ass scar that's on his head. Like it's been there since before this series started. Apparently, when did he get that? Like did he just fall?
Well, in the flashbacks, he doesn't have the scar.
But I think he got that like sometime, like not recently, but like within when he between like maybe 4 years after like the flashbacks. Like the flashbacks weren't. He's not very old. He's at least like 15, 16. Because he even goes to that training. When he was doing the training thing, he was in there. He was doing it for like maybe a year or 2.
I feel like he knows spirits too. Like I feel like he has a strong bond with spirits and all that shit.
Well, no, he's just got a really good sense of smell. And there's another character that comes up like that.
That's like Geralt from we've been talking about it.
It's like Geralt from Witcher. Except, Geralt has all his senses enhanced.
Yeah.
Plus, you get cat eyes, which is kind of cool, I guess. But there's a character in there. I can't remember his name. He's another character. He just got introduced, kind of, and like I know I should know his name, but he kind of annoys me a little bit. So like this last episode, because it was really kind of cool. Well, you should. Oh man, I don't. I'm trying not to spoil.
I know. I'm just gonna tell you right now. I got to the part where he got his sword and he got introduced. His talking raven came to him and told him his new mission. So I gotta actually start picking up that show. I've been watching, like I told you, I've been watching Akame got killed and then Akame got killed, and then Food Wars.
Oh, so you said Akame got killed. I told you earlier. That was Kill la Kill that Juliana that just finished.
That's another good anime.
Yeah. Oh no, here comes Bella.
Oh god. That is our small mascot.
Yeah, although I swear she does this weird thing where she drags her feet. It creeps me out. Because like I had we had a cocker spaniel and apparently small dogs, when they get too excited they can like snap their own spines and they'll drag their feet and like. Dude, I happened to our cocker spaniel one time because he got excited when we went one morning to go walk before school. He just like started dragging his feet out when he was in his cage. I was like, that was really weird. Sorry, it's got really dark.
Yeah, but don't let your cocker spaniel get too excited, or he'll break his own spine.
Yeah, you gotta be careful about those things. You gotta kind of just have him settle down. All right, come on, Bella. I know you want to come up here. Come on.
Oh yeah.
There she is. Right.
Yeah, mascot 101.
Hi, Bella. She doesn't like children. I know. She doesn't like Jeremiah, my nephew.
She doesn't like children?
No. She likes Juliana a lot because she sits with her all the time when she's here. Although she doesn't like when she sits next to me because she'll sit in between us and growl.
That's the thing with Maltese. I think they get jealous of girls.
She has
next to males.
Too much estrogen. Too much estrogen. That's Juliana's resort to that. She believes too much estrogen.
Well, next on our talking about dogs, German Shepherds.
Are they really German?
Are they German?
But in Demon Slayer, there's the one character who, and this is gonna be kind of a spoiler, but he's one of the kids that he's that little blonde-haired kid who was like freaking out.
Yeah, and then he didn't even get a raven. He got like a little freaking robin.
Yeah, a little robin. Well, they're all called ravens because the one girl got a butterfly. And I was like, yeah, I thought it was like you can't call them ravens then if they're like not all ravens. The only person who got an actual raven was the main character. Yeah, and maybe the other dude got the crow.
Then we were talking about one thing, the masks. I never seen them after the one episode
with the mask kids.
The kid, no, when they were wearing their Demon Slayer masks.
Yeah, they don't really need them anymore. They're just basically for I guess they could use it. But for some reason they don't. I guess because they're new, they don't really need to use it.
Yeah, they were telling us because I think it wards off witches' spells.
True, I think they just carry them with them like in their coats or something. That's probably what they do. But there's the blonde-haired kid in there. He is like a pussy. He really is. He really is scared of everything, and he's like screaming all the time. And he's supposed to be protecting a kid, and the kid who he's protecting is less scared than he is. And he's like sitting there shaking, and like the kid quietly goes, "Hey," and he freaks out about it. He's like, "You can't do it. You gotta warn a person when you do that." I was like, "What are you doing?" I was like, "What?" But there was a point where, because it's gonna be a slight spoiler because it's a recent episode. There's a point where he like passes out because like he sees this demon, and the demon like presented this little house, and the house is like just like crawling with all these different types of demons, and he's sitting there and he's like freaking out with him protecting that kid. And
it just freezes up.
You know, he passes out. He just kind of falls over, and the kid's like, "Are you okay?" And he looks, and the kid is asleep. And then he's like, "Oh crap, I'm gonna die." So the kid's like dragging him away from the demon. The demon's like trying to come after. He's like falling on the ground, like trying to like attack him with his tongue, because the demon had like this weird like lizard gecko tongue thing. And then like the kid, like after he had like fell asleep, because he was like apparently asleep, his like little bubble thing he had pops. And like his demeanor changes. Like he's not like happy-go-lucky sleep. He like kind of closes, like the hair goes over his eyes and does like a little shadow thing. And then like the creature's tongue tries to get him, and all of a sudden it just like explodes. And he's still on the ground laying down. It explodes because he sees a big ass slash. And then he gets up, and he's a completely different person. He's not scared or anything at all. And he's like he does like the thunder breathing style slashing attack, and it looks like fucks him up. Like he cuts him up, like he cuts up the thing's tongue, and then he cuts up his head.
So then that kid has multiple personalities.
Yeah, he doesn't know it because he like once it's over, he like kind of like close, like I guess he kind of like slinks down, and then like he wakes up, and he sees the head of the demon that he just killed on his foot, and he freaks out, and he's like, he asked the kid, did the kid save him? It was like the kid's like, no. He's like,
you saved us. You saved us.
Like the kid was freaking. It was actually kind of cool because like his whole demeanor changed. And he just thunder styled everything.
He went after my fucking finger.
That's why she was raised by cats.
Yeah,
but the kid was actually kind of cool. Like I didn't like him at first. I was like, oh, that's a fucking annoying kid. And then like he changed. Then
over 1 minute,
he just kind of completely changed. And it's just like it literally was like a minute or two of him just being that badass, and then went back to it. And I was like, so that's how he became an actual demon slayer, because he keeps waking up and he doesn't know how like demons are dead around him, or like how he's still alive. He's like, I don't know why I keep surviving. He's like, I just want to die, or I want to marry and then die, because he's like a womanizer apparently. But like then he's like, and then like. He when he was there, that's why he was shaking when he actually realized he had made it to the finals to become he made it to the end of the trial to become a demon slayer, an actual demon slayer. And he was just like, I don't know how I made it here. And then there's another one. You know, in the video, in the opening video, you see that dude, the boar, and like the weird like boar mask. Apparently, he's a self-taught demon slayer with actual self-made like swords. Like his swords are freaking like jagged edged. And he has beast breathing style. Dude, yeah, it's like beast breathing style. And he just like has dual swords. And he's just like jumping everywhere in like the place. And he's just like cutting up everything. Like that's.
I like the main character. I forgot his name. What is his name? Tokiro or Tojiro. Yeah, I think that's his name. Hold up.
Cue the internet.
Cue the internet.
But I see. That's his name.
I love his breathing style.
Yeah, the water breathing style?
Yeah, the water breathing style is so cool. And I like it when he releases his sword and you just see the water freaking splash.
That's what I'm saying.
Oh my
God.
It
looks beautiful when he does it, and then you should see the one where the lightning kid one, because when he did the thunderous breathing, and you just see lightning coming off his blade.
Today I'm gonna try to binge watch most of it today, because that's it.
And that beast guy, his like it's just like the aura around it turns like this weird blackish red, like it's like blackish with like hues of red in there. And he just like self-taught beast breathing style, cut this whole demon's like arm up and then cut his whole face off, and then it just killed. I was like, yeah. But he's crazy because all he cares about is fighting. So he even tried to fight the other main characters and stuff. I was like, what are you doing? Because I was like I can see why you're self-taught, like how.
That's pretty crazy.
All right, so yeah, Tanjiro, that was his name.
Tanjiro.
Yeah, and then his sister Nezuko. Oh yeah, Nezuko isn't seen in a while because she can't, because they're in all the stuff that's happening currently in the anime. It's like during the day. You know, she can't be out in the day, or she'll turn.
She's tough though. She's badass.
Yeah, but she's like, you know, she turns to a demon or not, but she still can't actually, you know, go in the sunlight. So he actually had to leave her outside because they're inside this building. And he was supposed to. He left her with the kids that they were supposed to protect because their kids went to go find their brother who got taken by the demon in the house, and then the kids ran into the building with them after because they heard her move in there in the little box that she's in. And they heard her move, so they ran into their house with them. So they just made things even harder for them. Although you can see like all the skills and whatnot. It's a really good anime. Like I could talk about this thing all like I just picture the art style.
The other best anime I was watching is Food Wars. Like I was telling you earlier.
Food Wars is it's one of those animes you gotta be careful who you watch that around.
Yeah.
Like it sounds like you shouldn't be, but it is, because when you see girls' clothes explode and then somebody walks in and you're like, oh, what kind of hentai are you watching?
It is one of the funniest. I love the anime because I've always loved those cooking shows. Like I used to come home and I used to watch cooking shows like Mario Multi Mario, Rachel Ray, 30-minute meals, and like Bob chilling in the back with like fucking Bobby Flay and shit. And like it was pretty.
Ramsay.
Yeah, Gordon Ramsay. Like
that's what I keep expecting to see on that show.
I was like, yo, if I see like a guy coming
supposed to be like,
what is this shit? And then he just breaks off a
sandwich bread between his person. What are you eating, sandwich?
And then
I want to see that.
Dude, it is so funny because every episode you get a food battle, or you get a kind of like a little they get a little test and a food test, and you know, they taste it, and it's the funniest thing is because the tasting part is what makes you really laugh.
Yeah, because it's so over the top.
Yeah, it's over the top.
It's like, oh man, it's food. Like normal people are like, oh, this is really good. Them is like, clothes rip off, and then super diesel dudes is like, oh yes, I feel invigorated. Like, what are you doing?
It's so true. They were giving a buffet to, or they were feeding this like fucking wrestling team or whatever the fuck they were feeding, and they ate it. And the guys were like, "Oh, I feel so good, and the food is amazing."
And like people's like muscles started getting like twice the size of normal, and they're just like, and they end up looking like the Hulk when they leave. When they come in there looking scrawny, and they end up looking like the Hulk afterwards.
There was a episode where the main character's dad came back, and he's like the master chef of everything,
like,
right?
No one seems to realize that. Like Soma is like only a few people seem to realize that his dad is the best chef in the world, apparently, like, or one of the best chefs.
They call him the Wandering Chef.
Yeah.
And it's like these three main girls that live in the house, the dormitory that he lives in. Excuse me. They eat his, like, I guess this meat he prepared for them. Dude, as soon as they ate it, they were like, "I feel like I'm in a desert." Like Princess Jasmine from Aladdin type shit.
It's such an over the top show. It's really like it was one of those shows. Another one of the shows. Like most of the shows I watch that I actually start to like a little bit are the shows you don't expect to be good.
Yeah.
Like Food Wars was like I liked watching it, but it got to the point where like it was getting really awkward when you're like people kept coming in and out, and like you're watching it and people's clothes are ripping off. Okay, like, and then you can't watch it at night because if somebody was deciding to come, like if you're at night with all the lights off, and then that happens, and then somebody walks in, you're just like, oh,
hey guys,
it's exactly what it looks like.
It's like, go ahead, take a seat next to me. I'm just watching a Food Wars episode.
Like I don't like it's a good anime. Another you still haven't seen Rising of the Shield Hero. I suggest.
I'm trying to watch that. So give me some time. Like everything's got to give time. You know, I got a queue of other episodes I got to get through. So
I'm caught up on most of the stuff. Like I just watched the newest Boruto episode last night, and apparently, you know how you've seen Naruto, obviously, right? Mm-hmm. You know how Shikamaru got promoted first before all of his friends. His son just got promoted first before all of his friends.
Yeah, Shikamaru was like, dude,
like he was a
genius.
He was him and Sasuke are my two favorite characters from Naruto series, and then his son Shikadai and Naruto's son Boruto are my two favorites, and maybe Mitsuki. Like Boruto's entire team was cool. Like even like I hated Konohamaru in Naruto. I hated him. I didn't like his character at all. Yeah. But in Boruto, he's fucking badass.
Fucking Konohamaru for next Hokage.
Yeah, like he's got those the I guess it's the Saratobi clan.
Yeah,
weapons with
the little fucking punch daggers.
Yeah,
I knew that.
Like I think that's the Saratobi clan thing because he was wearing it in the opening trailer they have right now. So
it is his clan's thing because like, what the fuck?
Because Asuma's daughter has. Well, I think Asuma's daughter has Asuma's actual blades.
Yeah, because it was
really good too.
Most of the freaking most of the characters that had died in the first one, all their children are fucking super strong.
Shikamaru, his dad died. Shikamaru was freaking amazing. He's the smartest person. He's like the best tactician. He was smarter than his dad. His dad apparently was the smartest person in the village. Shikamaru was apparently smarter than him. And Shikadai is about to be smart. You can definitely tell Shikadai is going to be smarter than Shikamaru because one, his mother, Shikamaru was obviously is a genius, right? His mom apparently, Tamari, was the genius of the Sand Village. She was their village's tactician and master genius. So
Shikamaru was always fucking smart, dude.
So have him and her breed a child like Shikadai. That kid is smart as hell.
He was the first one to figure out how to defeat one of the motherfucking Akatsuki members.
Yeah, he defeated what's his name? Was it Hidan? The dude,
the hairy guy?
No. Shikamaru didn't defeat him. It was the guy with the scythe that killed Asuma.
Oh yeah.
Because he cut him up. He blew him up and dropped his pieces of bodies on the ground. So that if even though he's still alive, he would die eventually because he just brought his body back together and he would need to eat and stuff. He's dead, and plus he's in the Nara clan forest where no one can go into but a Nara clan member. So like he's just there forever. Like I just kind of want to hope. Like in the anime showed what's his name? The guy who killed Asuma's student. I think it was a student or his like follower or worshiper or whatever. He tried to kill Asuma's daughter, and he thought he killed her. Like he thought he really got her. But Asuma's daughter, not only does she do all the skills and stuff as Asuma, you got to remember her mother is Kurenai. He was a master at Genjutsu. So he thought he was fucking her up the entire time. The entire time he was hitting nothing.
Yeah.
He's like, wait, what? She was like, you play entire. Like Kakashi was worried because he was like, this is the same type of person because he hit her with the death thing that he tried to kill himself and tried to kill her, but ended up killing nothing. And like this is the same person that killed Asuma and Kakashi. You know, he was with her, and him and Guy were with her. Yeah, he was like, this is their fight, and he was like worried a little bit because you never really see Kakashi worried, but he was like, because Asuma was one of his best friends. And he's just like, I don't want to see his daughter die too from the same move. And then you realize as the Genjutsu, like, oh, sorry, Kakashi doesn't have the Sharingan anymore. He doesn't have it anymore. At least I don't think.
No, I think he got taken away.
I think he gave it away. I think. Like,
no, because
that's right. Because
took it out.
No. Kakashi, because he was able to use both the Sharingans at one point because he got.
Because I remember at one point, who's that fucking his friend Obito took his fucking eye out.
Yeah, I think Naruto transplanted it back in.
Oh,
so Naruto had like god powers and he can revive.
Yeah, fucking Naruto, OG Naruto, over P, OP dude.
Like he like Kakashi had like both Sharingans because in the anime he was able to perform a Susanoo too because his Susanoo was blue. Like
dude, he got all complicated, really complicated near the end of it.
Yeah, but I liked it though. I thought it was kind of dope because everybody started getting these overpowered abilities during the war.
Dude, fucking what's his name? And Guy got recognized as one of the
best, strongest people, even from Madara.
Even from Madara, like
Madara was like, oh, and he's like, if you weren't tired from fighting all these other people before, I probably would have lost to you. I was like,
you would have fucking.
And he's just straight up taijutsu too. and it sucks though because Guy is missing a foot now. He's got like a weird metal foot thing. And he sits in a wheelchair, and like he's retired, but like everybody wants to see Guy do like more.
And dude, opened all the gates too.
Yeah, well, he opened a new gate. He created a new gate to fight him. That's what he did. That's why his body was disintegrating like it was.
Yeah.
Until Naruto stopped it from like disintegrating. Like, he couldn't get stop the foot. Well, you would have thought he would have been able to regenerate a freaking foot. He can regenerate an eye for Kakashi, but he can't regenerate a fucking foot.
Yeah, dude. What the hell?
The eye is literally just like this milkiness thing it's like almost solid, and it's got like nerves and shit and stuff to it. The same way, almost like a foot. So the foot has like the skin, and like I don't know.
I'd have mad as shit. Like, what the fuck are you doing over there, Naruto?
And it was cool because when Shikamaru's son Shikadai was getting promoted, they were doing basically a recap episode, but it was like about the Chunin exams, and there was like the last three people that they had was surprisingly Denki, which is this one kid who was really smart, but he wasn't really good at ninja. Because his dad was more like his family was more, they weren't ninjas. He was the first person to be a ninja in his family, and he's really smart. And he doesn't really have like a signature jutsu, but he's got like technology. He's really good at leadership stuff. Like the thing is, they were trying to figure out leadership roles, and who would be really good for leadership roles. And they were like, so Denki, he would have been good because he's really good at strategies from behind the field, and you would need that. But he also needs somebody who can also be strong. Like in combat on the field, like Denki's pretty good, but he's not like
he's not a combatant.
Yeah, he's a combatant, but he's not like Boruto or Sardo or Mitsuki. He's not like them. And then they said they would have given it to me. They would have gave Mitsuki the Chunin title, but he betrayed. He didn't. He what's the word? He defected from the village for like a temporary time.
Are they gonna do a Shippuden?
Yeah, because the first episode literally shows him as a teenager.
Because
he's like everything is based on right now.
That would be super cool because he looks super awesome in that first episode where you see him fighting
Kawaki.
That so much wraps up a lot of questions.
Because like, is he going to mature? Is he going to be
like? Does his training kind of expand?
Yeah, and he gets a sword, so his training is going to expand. He's going to learn Kenjutsu because he has a sword.
Dude,
he gets Sasuke's sword because Sasuke's his mentor. So Sasuke, you know how Naruto had Jiraiya. Sasuke is his Jiraiya, is Boruto's Jiraiya. But he still has a mentor like Kakashi.
So that means like Sasuke might have died.
Well, he said that. Well, the guy that he was fighting, like in the manga, it's just going to be a spoiler if you guys are reading the manga because it's like every other month these mangas come out. And they're long chapters, like 40 pages.
Like long chapters and shit. Yeah.
The guy that Boruto was fighting in the first episode, Naruto. Boruto's team finds him. He was a weapon for this group called Kara, and he technically. Like the thing about Boruto is it's about ninjas and stuff, but it's like ninjas and technology for Boruto. Because like the dude that they find Kawaki, his entire body is a weapon because he was experimented on. He's got all these different weapons inside of his body. So he can, like it's like that dude with the bones and that Rock Lee fought. It's like sort of like him, except he's got all these different weapons. Like he can create a sword, some scythes, and stuff like that out of his own body and stuff. And then he also has.
It's like that girl from My Hero Academia that can create weapons.
Yeah, but it's like part of his body, so he kind of has to be there. And then there's he's got the same mark like that Boruto has, like that diamond mark on his hand where he gets the curse. He's got that too. So him and Boruto, like when they showed them like fighting, they had these little curse marks come up. He has the same curse mark as Boruto, which Boruto only got because he defeated he defeated Momoshiki, which was one of the same people who were like Kaguya. It's the same mark as you would get if you were like Sasuke and Naruto.
They said Momoshiki was like one of the strongest.
Yeah, and Boruto beat him, so he got that curse seal. And Momoshiki, what's his name? The dude. Have you seen the movie where Naruto finally starts to date and then finally marries Hinata? Mm-hmm. The guy that Naruto was fighting there is like this spirit who's like watching over Boruto and tells him, and he's telling Boruto like, you're the one that's going to protect everybody. And he said he doesn't know why, but there's a strong danger coming. And then it shows what's his name? Kawaki. Kawaki is when Boruto helps save him, Naruto watches over him, and then Naruto treats him like a son. Like he literally says, "That's my son now." So Boruto has a brother and whatnot, like a brother, but he's like adopted him. And it shows like, so you kind of wonder, and they actually said, like at first they hated each other because Boruto was like, I don't want to like this guy, he's an asshole, he's rude to his sister, his mom, his dad, everybody. And Boruto's like, I don't like that. And then the kid starts to actually like change, and then Boruto starts to like him. They start to become like friends and like family in a way. So far they're starting to get that way, and like it makes you wonder what happens, because in the first episode and the first chapter of the manga it shows Boruto and him fighting. And
that's what I was saying, because I asked somebody, and I was just like, so how far along?
They just got to them.
So how far along does it to where Boruto and that Kawiki guy fucking have the same fight that Naruto had with Sasuke, like that first fight ever where they started to show their like
actual like
their little demon powers coming out.
Like it's
because remember the first tail came out for Naruto in that first fight.
Yeah, then they used the tailed beast version of the Rasengan, and Sasuke used like the Black Chidori, and they clashed. Well, they were about to clash. They almost clashed. They hit, but it didn't. I think Kakashi shows up and like kind of throws him away or something. No, they actually hit because Sasuke wins that fight.
Yeah, because he scratches the thing and he forgives him.
Yeah, and then but for in Boruto. I want to know is what happens, because Kawaki, when he's fighting Boruto, he says that the ninja era is over, and Kawaki's learned to be a ninja from Naruto and them in the manga, and he actually enjoys it, and he wants to defeat Kara, and he goes, the ninja era is over, I'm gonna send you to where your dad is too. And I was like, wait, he's making it seem like he killed him, like because they're on top of the Hokage heads, but it's obliterated, so it's like destroyed. So it makes you wonder, what happens to Kawaki and Boruto to make them fall apart like that, and for him to just like
that's what that was like. I was saying like that's where they need to fucking either keep continuing these stories and start mending. I
really feel like they should stop doing these bi-monthly things, because bi-monthly makes things go so far like so slow. And Boruto's anime, no one really like, people like his anime, but it doesn't. Most of the episodes have no consequence to them, because like in Naruto, you're watching the episodes, you're like, okay, this starts up this storyline and this storyline and this storyline. But Boruto, it's mostly filler for like 30 episodes, and then it hits an actual story, and it's filler again.
That's what will turn off a lot of people as far as that,
because it's taking too long.
It takes too long.
Because they're trying to adapt stuff in the manga, but you can't. There's nothing to adapt until the manga actually
releases. Like the fucking American viewers don't fucking want to pay attention to all the filler episodes.
Like the episode where it showed Boruto. Before Boruto got defeated, Momoshiki was Sasuke and Naruto versus him. Like that was in the movie when they had in the Boruto movie, but he looked different. Like Momoshiki, when he turned to his weird demon form, didn't look like that. He looked terrible, but in the Boruto he looked much better. The fight scenes are much better, and it was like
they're real fluid, man.
It was like they were both seeing the fight scenes for both of them were fluid and stuff, but it was better in the Boruto anime than it was in the movie, because the movie was kind of just made because it was Boruto, so basically a precursor to the actual the anime, and then they actually came out with that, and then like the fight scenes with Sasuke and Naruto versus Moshiki, which is super badass. It's probably still the best fight scene I've seen in a long time for any anime. And like it's just really, I don't know. They could have. It's like they take too long. Yeah. Like you get these bi-monthly stuff, and you're just like, okay,
they're taking their time. They need to figure out a better schedule on how to, and in a better, instead of bringing filler episodes, they should have bring in.
Although I do kind of wish.
Let's start figuring out like how we're gonna head more into the story instead of figuring out what we can fill in between.
I know. I still kind of still wonder if
because I feel like they want to just wrap the whole village in. And making it about still about the Leaf Village.
Yeah, they're not trying to expand because they're not the villages they're at peace. There's no one they're like, oh, we're going to go fight or try and get intel about the hidden sand or something. They're not doing that anymore. Basically, they're worried about remnants from the war, or try to do bandit shit or some thieves or some bad scientists I got Kara, which is basically they're just a group of gods trying to take over the earth or whatever. And they haven't figured that out. There's a character that's in Kara that it might be a speculation or a spoiler, who knows. There's a character they said apparently you can't enter the hidden leaf without being detected, without being a leaf person. No one can enter the leaf unless you're an actual leaf ninja. You get your body scanned by Ino's family because they're really good at sensing, and they will know. They will immediately alert everybody if the person who doesn't have access enters the leaf, once they hit the go over the wall or through the door, the person who doesn't have access walks through there, they'll know immediately. I guess they'll send these little information or whatever it is in case, from other villages in case people know. There's a guy in Kara that has a mask on. He's got gray hair and everything. He's white and. He walks in there and no one is alerted. They're like, he's a leaf ninja, obviously. He's obviously a leaf ninja because he walked in there and no one knew he was in there. Because he just kind of walked in. My theory is it's Jiraiya. Because he did the Rasengan. That guy hit Rasengan. And that's a move that only the 4th Hokage and Naruto's family knows, plus Jiraiya. And Sasuke, because Sasuke can barely do Rasengan too. But that's not his actual jutsu, but only a few people can do that.
That's fucking crazy because that would be a lot of answers because
there's in Naruto when they were bringing back all the dead people, Jiraiya wasn't one of them.
So then we have to see, would they bring him up with a death summoning jutsu?
Because in the war and all the undead people were being brought back for the fight for them. Jiraiya, somebody said they were trying to revive Jiraiya, but they couldn't find his body to bring back.
So then,
and they're they can find all these other people whose bodies have been dead and decayed and died long ago.
So that means that he probably washed away because he
fell in the water.
Yeah, he washed away somewhere.
Somebody said, and this guy's been wearing a mask, and he walked in there, and they're somebody's and I remember reading someone said he could be Jiraiya because the one they never found his body. He could have lost his memory. He could have got experimented on just like all the other people, because most of the people in Kara are either the gods or people who are experimented by the gods, or people who have the weapons in them, just the same as Kawaki. And that guy is sitting there, and he just walks into the Leaf Village, can do Rasengan, has gray hair, but he's covering his face. And he said he would rather not fight Naruto, and although he doesn't know why. He says this is a nostalgic place. He doesn't know why it's so nostalgic. They're I'm thinking it's Jiraiya. Just he just got modified a little bit because he looks a little bit younger. And I don't know. I think it's Jiraiya. That's my personal opinion. Because a dude can do Rasengan, gray hair, mask, can walk into the Leaf Village. That's a lot of evidence, for me at least, to say that's Jiraiya.
Because that's valid. That's a valid point. I mean, if you would think about it, if he's one of those type of it would make a lot of sense.
If he doesn't remember that he was a leaf ninja, but he knows that he's a leaf ninja
because if you can wrap it up, if you can wrap the story around it where there is a memory loss and he really got fucked up by pain, there was a time where he could have probably got washed somewhere and somebody could have done
all
something.
he did was just float down. And no one grabbed his body. Like, you would have thought Penguin would grab his body or something, pulled him out of there, but his body's on the like, no, he's just gonna die. They just kind of took off from there. And then, but like, I swear, if it's not Jiraiya, I'm gonna be kind of disappointed.
Wasn't he like the Sanin or something?
Yeah, he was the Naruto's master. He's the one that named Naruto because he got his name.
Yeah, he was one of the legendary Sanins.
Yeah, it was him, Tsunade, and Orochimaru.
So then that means that whoever did get him got him because he was that.
Yeah, he was strong.
He was strong. So they needed somebody like him. So that's pretty fucking crazy.
It'd be amazing. Oh, you know what's also crazy? Cyberpunk 2077.
Oh my god.
I have been doing nothing but Keanu Reeves memes since they've released.
They have one of the greatest. That's going to be something that probably is going to be super cool. Because you could probably get more than one class of cybernetic, enhancements. Like, apparently from what you're playing is you're playing the cyborg or some shit called the samurai.
Yeah.
And the samurai swords come out of your arm and you can slash and you can use them to climb.
You create him. You create your own character. Because I remember they said that you can create a person. You can be whatever gender you want.
I love the car, dude. I love the car that they were driving in.
Oh yeah,
you could put it on automatic and you could drive. You could shoot from it.
So I don't know too much about Cyberpunk 2077. I'm just excited because Keanu Reeves is in it.
I can tell you a little bit about it. I've seen the gameplay for it.
I saw the gameplay for it too when it shows like him and his friend had like robbed the bank or something like that.
Oh, okay. Nah, dude. I saw one where they were shooting down like a gang, and then they went into a meeting with like a militarized area where they'll show you like how the gameplay can differ. You can be diplomatic, like Witcher 3. It's like, because it's made from the same guys that made The Witcher. Mm-hmm. You can be diplomatic and you can talk your way out of situations, or you can kind of talk your way into a fight. You can try to get information out of people like that. Many different ways. Like, you know how in The Witcher you can if in conversations you don't know anything about them, you can ask questions before going on to the next set of questions.
Yeah.
Same way. And you can agree to like contracts with like the military. So one of the cooler parts of the gameplay was they were doing a deal with the military or this militarized group, and they said they have like good tech weapons, right? So they go into this area where it's hard to get to, mm-hmm. and they infect one of the enemies with a virus, and it spreads all over the place. And you put this like little chip in the neck of your character, mm-hmm. and you can have a walking spider like drone, which can go into things and hack for you if you can't reach it. And it's like super cool. And then you can do these like manual hacks, like where you can like rehack like open doors and shit. You can hack other individuals that you're fighting. You get these guns that have fucking bouncing abilities. Like you could shoot like a wall and it could shoot onto the thing. Like it has like a rebound thing where it shoots and then like ricochet mode, and it could kill everybody. And then their SMGs are freaking amazing. Like they have all these cool like weapons. Like I'll show you the gameplay for it. It's really freaking awesome.
There's like I said, I'm excited for Keanu Reeves, but I also put it, everybody knows I'm a bigger fan of character creation, so I want to know if it's going to be super in-depth, because if it's the same people who do The Witcher, their only in-depth thing for The Witcher was you can shave him and give him different haircuts.
Yeah, I think you'd probably be able to do like,
because I swear I saw like a video that shows the character creation, but I kind of like skipped over it because I was doing something. Mm-hmm. But like I think I was reading like somewhere somebody was saying that that's a thing. Although what I wish had character creation was Watch Dogs Legion. I really, I've said this.
Yeah, we definitely got to go into that, man, because that right there kind of teed me off because.
Like I don't like I get making all these like it feels like you're making NPC characters playable characters. That's what it feels like to me, and it's really weird. The game itself looks good. I just wish that like they went like I was saying earlier before we were on that instead of making it like when they said everybody like you can play as anyone and be anyone and then that's your character. You could kind of do that if you just let them do character creation. You could have just did that. Like even with the old lady thing they have, you could still have if you really wanted to. If they really wanted to add the old lady thing, you could have let you be an old lady, like making an old lady or something like that.
That's why I was thinking they were trying to copy XCOM, like XCOM's where like you can create like you play this character, but XCOM like my friend was telling me like you take turns, like your turn is you get to move this guy on the one side. And he goes to the side and he has abilities to shoot down that way. And he has like either a sniper with a pistol and the other guy has like a fucking shotgun and an assault rifle. But in this one, I think you have characters that you can play and you can recruit up to like 50 to 100 of them to make your own little dead sec. And that's what I was thinking.
Which isn't a bad concept for me, but like I said, it would have been better if they let you, the player, make yourself or whoever you wanted as the playable character. Yeah. I don't like this permadeath crap they got going on. That's the thing I hate. Well, it's permadeath. From what I was getting from some of the stuff they were saying, is the characters will die. It will take a long time for them to come back. That's the permadeath thing.
That's what we were talking about earlier. But that's what I was saying. Also, is that I feel like if you play with the character for a long time, and it ranks up if they rank up in their DedSec ranking, whatever they have it ranked up as. But I think it's stupid because if you're trying to do that, that makes you have to play
cautiously
several different types of like game modes or game
because like all the characters themselves they have a specific like style. Mm-hmm. Like, they got the hacker, then they got the the fighter, they got like the stealth one, which I think sounds called Panther, like the assassin stuff. But they got those. But what if there's a character like people would say like, what if there's a character you really like, and you get really good with them, and you end up dying, and you put all that effort into them, they die. Then you got to find another person
that has the
same ability. Like, apparently, there's not gonna be a character that they'll have characters that have similar abilities, but they're not gonna all be the same. Like if you find a person that you think that's the perfect one for you, and he ends up dying. You're kind of like, I don't really want to play now. Cause, like that's my thing. Like I wouldn't want to play as if I like a character and he dies and I can't use him anymore. I like.
Yeah, what's the point?
What's the point of that? Yeah. Like I like the person. They're permanently dead, and I can't use them now.
Yeah, so. It's like, what would have been cool is just like, just add the masks. Just give us a mask and let us pick through which ones we want.
Yeah, and just like I guess the character creation, let us just choose a mask. Because the masks are cool. I like that they use the cool masks.
I am so with you on that. I'm so with you on the character creation side of it. I don't know why they took it out. I mean, it would have been logical. Like they're like the next logical step was you to play as everybody. Like no, the next logical step was you to let us make a person. Like you didn't have that on fucking Watch Dogs
1 or 2.
You didn't have any of that. Now you're just trying to change the dynamics of the game, which is like
you're like what if I don't want to be like what if the only character you have left is
I wish they added more hacking. The hacking was the fun part. To me, like I love the hacking parts. I think
they have a lot of they have a lot of hacking. Like I think everybody can hack. I just think there's some who are better at it than the other vendors. Yeah. But like, it just feels like it's just like my only worry is if you're like I said before, if you're good with a character and they die, you got to learn another character.
That's what kind of teased me off. It's like I'm not trying to play 1,000 characters.
Yeah,
like it'll take forever for me to figure out and
like I'm sure most of them probably play the same. Like when it comes to combat or something. Like maybe some like I said the different playing roles are probably like similar, but it's just
play different. How am I gonna combat if all my players die? Say if I'm having a hard time and I have like 3 players that die, and all I have right left is a grandma. How the hell am I gonna combat with a grandma?
That's the thing. You see like the gameplay I saw when they showed her. She tried to run, and she's like moves like an actual grandma trying to run around, and then like it showed her trying to climb over like this little metal bar, and it's like it's terrible. Like trying to escape. What if you try to escape with that? You would die. You would die. She better have some super high health or something. I don't know. She would die.
They need to sit there and regulate.
I feel like I don't know who it was who suggested this, but that person needs to get thrown out of a window.
They need to get thrown out of a window. They need to get reprimanded or something by Ubisoft. Someone's like, what the hell type of, you got a grandma we can play?
Like, it would have made sense because DevTech has always been about like young generation people who would hack and stuff. So it would make sense if you had let just like a younger person within like a certain.
What it would have been cool,
or someone who can visibly, jump over shit.
What would have been cool and to me is that they allowed you the opportunity, like we were talking about, like I'm trying to put my word, if they allowed you to say, hey, did you want to play an old person?
Yeah, well, like the thing is, you don't have to play as her, but if you like, I have a feeling there's a certain point where like I feel like she's a tutorial character where you have to recruit her to show how you recruit people. I feel like that's how she's going to be. Because like they're putting her in literally everything. They put her on all the promos, all the pictures and videos. Are like, oh yeah, cool. You can play as grandma. I mean, she's ex-assassin or ex, special whatever she was, but that was like probably like 100 years ago.
But dude, that's what I freaking don't understand. It's just like you're trying to put her in the game. You're trying to what if you get caught? That's what I was saying. Like
she's not like what if you get caught? Yeah, you can't escape. She's not gonna run fast. She already looks like she won't run fast. Like I'm trying to tell you, and like I said before,
there's a lot of hatred with old people in gaming world right now.
I don't really mind old people in games. I just don't want to play as them because they're not gonna like. It doesn't feel like
you'd have to really like. I feel like you'd have to really outsmart the competition.
Someone's got a phone call.
Hold on. Let's pause this real quick. Let me pause it.
You guys take a call?
Yeah, I got it.
I'll just rant alone.
I'll just rant for 5 seconds.
I'll be back. So, we're doing a new thing called Make a Call. So, like I was saying before, and I know it sounds like a rant, and it probably is. Like I am not a fan of playing as the old lady. Like I almost didn't buy The Witcher because I thought Geralt was super old, but he's actually not that old. Like he's actually just normal. He's he is kind of old, but I thought the gray hair meant he was super old. But as a Witcher, he's a Witcher who gets gray hair. All the Witchers get gray hair, so I was like, okay, that makes sense now. So I played The Witcher, loved the game, it's one of my favorite games. But in Watch Dogs Legion, I don't want to play as an old person. I told Danny before that if I run out of people, like if I have to, I will kill I'll let all the old people die. like I don't want to like for me, I'm all about stealth and speed. And sure, the old people can do a lot of stealth, but I need some speed. Like if I need to be able to like run from point A to point B, I don't want to have like a person going like.
I'm gonna have the I'm gonna, you know what I'm gonna do just to fuck with her. I'm gonna have the elderly people. I'm gonna have all the old people.
Oh yeah, see, look, I would do that. Like, here's the thing. I don't particularly have a problem with old people in the game, but for a game like Watch Dogs, where you kind of need like speed a little bit, you're not gonna have that. You're sure she can be good at sniping.
But what I really positively think how the game is going to be is they're really going to go into the hacking instead of really going into the combat.
Well, you saw the new combat. It looks
gung fu.
Yeah, you can roll and like shoot things. Like you can I think they brought back slow down time. I don't know because in the first Watch Dogs game you have to slow down time.
I don't because the assassin, when she went to go help the guy, she didn't even stay there. She
shot the dude in the leg.
She shot the dude in the leg.
He
killed the guy.
Yeah, he dropped him. Then she ran over to him, beat him up a little bit, then shot him, and then rescued that dude.
Then she dipped out by putting distractive like gunning, and she dipped out of there. If she would have stayed, she wouldn't have survived. So she dipped out. That's what I was saying. That's why I think it's very heavily on the hacking side. That's why the old people are included in there. So they would be like so.
That old lady came off like she was more of an assault, like a stealth character supposedly, like because when she showed her, she was only attacked. Everything they showed her, they only showed her attack people from behind. But what I did see was it's like you can either when you get downed, because you get down in the game, you can either get downed and you can get back up, like you can like fight for your life or something like that. You get back up, but if you get back up and you die again, you permanently die. You get down and you surrender, you go to I think you go to jail, and then you can come out of jail. And you gotta pay it's like a little Grand Theft Auto thing. You pay a fee or whatever, and then you can come out, or that person. Oh no, that character is in jail, and then you gotta go rescue them and get them out of there.
Okay.
But I don't want to do that. Like, what if I just because that would make you play? That would be forcing you to play as another character.
Santos jail.
That's like forcing you to play as another character.
Yeah, that's true. I mean,
it's like the game revolves around making you play as other characters.
Yeah,
that's what it feels like. They're like, you can go through the entire game playing as one person, sure, but you go through the entire game playing as one person, you better be damn good with that character.
I know people are fucking on the internet right now thinking, yo, we need to start talking to Ubisoft, be like, hey, yo, you need to bring character creation back and stop with all this whack shit.
Like I was on Twitter. I posted like I was like the game looks fun, but I would rather they had used character creation as opposed to multiple characters. It doesn't feel like you're not going to feel attached to your character if your character can die easily, or if like you can only feel attached to that character if you're really good with that character and they live and they survive. Like that's the thing. Like you're not going to feel attached to them. Like and I've noticed. Ubisoft is like, we hear you, and we're taking notes. We're glad that you have that opinion, and that's all. Like they said that to like 3 different people's like posts. I was like, so you're just gonna use that computer generated
generic freaking response?
Yeah, I was like, really? I was like, are they just using that same response for everything? Like, it doesn't make no sense.
I'm the storm the Ubisoft headquarters. We buy your game. We deserve a goddamn unique creator.
Like, it should have been honestly, it really should have been character creation. And then they shouldn't.
I feel like
they should put permadeath only for the extra characters.
I feel like they're gonna go ahead, and since they're listening to people now,
I don't know.
I feel like they may take back all these trailers.
See, the thing is, I think
go with a character.
So like, they probably won't because they've already invested. That game's coming out like this year. That's too close to the release date for them to try to go back.
Well, they would
have to push it back to 2020 then.
They got to do either like another year worth of promotion, if they do that, which they usually do if they like release a game trailer like that. But since they got a fucking negative response like that,
well, here's the thing. It's mixed. It's not like everybody's applauding like the way the gameplay looks and plays and fucking plays. It's just no one likes having to play as so many different characters.
Yeah.
Like sure you can change their clothing and whatnot because they literally has a pack that I saw called the Iconics pack, and I think I was telling you earlier one of the characters looks like a Siege character from Rainbow Six Siege, and then another character in the far right
look like the Asian girl.
I don't know. They were wearing like a mask.
Oh,
it might have been whoever in Siege. I don't play Siege, so I mean I play Siege a little bit, so but I know there's a girl. There's a ponytail character. I don't know if it's
it might be the girl. I know what you're talking about.
But there's one character in there who has like a trench coat, looks like wearing a hat, and has a collar up, and it looks like Aiden from the first Watch Dogs games. Like, okay, so that would make sense if they put like a character pack where you can get Aiden. I'm pretty sure that. Like, I don't know if that would work. I don't know how that would work. Because Aiden would be in his 70s, at least. Because they said it's at least 2040 something.
That's whack.
Because he would be old.
That's
Aiden was
whack.
He would be in his 80s. Because Aiden was already in his 30s, 40s.
He was in like 30s, 40s, like around there. Because he had already a family.
Well, he didn't have it himself. He had his sister had a family. But I was thinking it'd be cool if you can play as his nephew, because his nephew we don't like. There's a lot of open-ended things in Watch Dogs 1 that could have been made for good sequels.
Yeah, they're fucking up this. They're fucking up this series.
It's like they like it didn't really make sense. Like Aiden was in Watch Dogs 2, but he was only in a mission where you can get his outfit. Which I think that's what they're like. The costume pack, the iconic character packs. I think all they are is characters dressed as iconic characters. Like I'm pretty sure it's
fucking up this series. I think they're really fucking up this series.
I think it's some weird cloning machine in there in that series where like they can like create like a person, which wouldn't make sense. Create Aiden.
Because are they still gonna do the 3D printed guns?
I don't know. I think you can just go to a store. Like here's the thing is too, you can't walk into the store buildings anymore. So from what I saw in the trailer, you saw this person walk up to a store and the doors are closed, and then like outside, he started changing their clothes and the person's clothes are changing, and then there's like people walking by on the street while he's there. So you're not actually in a building. Like you can probably go to other buildings like bars and stuff. But
I'm definitely gonna wait until I see some day one gameplay.
Yeah, like I don't know what's going on. Like there's a lot of gripes from me. Like I love the Watch Dogs series, I really do. That is why I'm so a little miffed. I guess
I'm miffed with you. We're in miffed. We're in miffed.
Like I don't know. Like I guess I can't really think of a right word because I can't say mad at the game because I'm really not mad at the game.
You're ticked. You're ticked off.
Like,
a little ticked off.
Annoyed.
Yeah, you're a little annoyed.
There it is. That's like I'm annoyed because it doesn't make sense.
Because I'm annoyed because there's a few features that they don't have on there.
They have auto drive. They have to have the new cars. Amazing. Because it's like 27/7s.
So you could just fucking do the little.
Yeah, because it's okay. So in Watch Dogs 2, one of the DLCs you can get is a smart car. Well, it's not really. It doesn't look like a smart car. It's actual. It's like there's no window. Like there's no front window, but it's got like these side door windows, and it's like literally in the game. In order to get it, you just have to outrun these people while hacking the car and trying to keep the car from like. You have to hack the car and control it. The controller off because you're trying to hack the car. Because it's a car that's literally just made for hacking, and it's like a white car and everything. And you got to hack the car, hack the other cars, trying to like hack the streets around you to try to stop the other cars from trying to get to you. Yeah. And then you got to the new games, but and then there's you gotta hack the car, and then you drive off with it, and that car has like no screen. It's literally it's like you can drive it like a regular car after you get it. But it's like when you get that car, you're hacking. You're like, this is a car of the future. Like, oh, cool. I didn't think it was going to actually be in the game. That type of car is literally in the game. In Watch Dogs Legion. I'm like, okay, that makes sense now because that car was in Watch Dogs 2 as like a weird feature car.
They need a freaking. I think in that game really is like all over the place right now.
It does feel like it's all over the place. Like we've been talking about Watch Dogs Legion for a while, but I mean, this is one of the things I've been wanting to talk about.
Like the freaking drones now,
Like I can understand the drones, but the drones seem to like I get it. It's a futuristic thing, and it's London, and they got a lot of security stuff.
Holy shit!
But like, I don't know about like I said, my only gripe is being forced to play as multiple characters. Like, what if that one character you're using that you're really good with, is no good for?
And how populated is this freaking place?
Apparently, it's super populated, but like when you're looking around trying to find these characters, you're like, it's like a Where's Waldo of finding good. Dead segment like apparently every person you recruit has a backstory, and their backstory affects the story. Like the story, that's like I said, there's way too many characters for a story plot to actually. Apparently, there's a linear story plot, like a base story plot that everybody has, and there's a reason why this person hates hates their security or whatever it is that's going on. CTOS, yeah, like or so why this person hates this and there's another person why this person hates that, or here's why this person was a former ex-CIA and got like kicked out or whatever. And then there's apparently an FBI agent in there who's in London, just there.
That's what I'm having a gripe is. It's like
it's way too.
What is the basic storyline? Is like
the storyline of it's like Watch Dogs 2 where you're just trying to build followers. I like Watch Dogs 2. I just didn't like I felt like you're trying to build followers more than you're trying to complete a story. Because the main villain only really showed up he wasn't even really a main villain. It was Dushan.
He only showed up for a little bit.
He shows up for like maybe like a total of 5 times in the entire game. Each time it's just him being sinister, trying to be sinister. You can't be sinister with a man bun. That's just me. You can't be sinister with a man bun.
You can't be sinister with a man bun. That is true. You can't even be sinister trying to do yoga and then get up and tell him, I took all your money. Bye, bud.
Yeah. Like you can't. And like at first I thought he was gonna be super sinister when they showed him. Like he showed up in the beginning of the game when Mark just like threw his phone in the water, and then he showed up and he's like jogging. He was like, "Don't I know you?" And I'm like, "Oh, there's the bad guy," because we saw him in the trailer. And he's like, he knows him. He knows he just hacked him, and he's there for no reason. And he's like, "I know you." He just runs up to him while he's jogging, like, "I know you, guy." I'm like, "Oh, so he's one of those sinister people who like will manipulate things." Like he barely had a point in the story.
Yeah,
there was way too much going on. Like you're trying to like help an actor get out of a cult. Then there's like you hit.
That was like they had so much. Like I felt like that game, the Watch Dogs 2. Great story. I liked it, but it felt like more of a GTA plot line.
Yeah,
like GTA plot lines.
Like while Watch Dogs 1 had like an actual true storyline. He wanted revenge on his former partner and whoever got his niece killed.
That was just that was a great storyline because I was starting to play that. I only got like a quarter of the way through.
See, I loved it because the main villain in the game, Lucky Quinn, he was a gangster who became like a politician and he was super rich. And like in the beginning of the game, you're like he's just some old dude. He's no one's gonna be scared of an old dude. And then they show him like when Aiden brings the guy he was supposed to bring to them. He kills him in front of him. He's just like, thanks. And he didn't realize that was the guy who killed his niece, who wore the hit on his niece, and then or on him, and that guy got his niece killed. And but had he known, he would have killed him immediately right then and there. Because Lucky Quinn only had like one bodyguard. He only had the one guy, and that one guy basically rock bottomed the other dude onto a car. He had him by the neck, and then he lifted him up, and then Lucky Quinn stabbed him with his weird cane knife thing. That was dark. It was good. And that had a good sinister plot. And then you got for an old dude, he was kind of terrifying a little bit. And then you got Dushan, and he's literally just a douche.
Dushan was a fuck. Well,
he was a
Dushan.
Yeah,
he was a Dushan.
And then Watch Dogs Legion, I guess there's the authoritarian military or whatever they are supposed to be.
I think this game is very liberal to where it's like.
Because apparently they
authorized, and we need to break this.
See, apparently they were already thinking about doing London. It was like one of the things they were doing, and then Brexit happened. And they're like, "Oh, we're definitely doing London." That's literally what they said.
It's so stupid.
It's literally what one of the guys said.
They should have done Dubai or some shit.
I feel like they should have just went to New York because I like London and all.
Yeah, but New York would have made more sense
because they're still in the U.S. and I also would have liked to see Aiden and Marcus or something an older Marcus in New York.
Marcus
would have been great.
Or do fucking California.
No, they were Well, they were saying they were they were kind of.
Or do Seattle.
They were kind of in California. They were in San Francisco.
We're in California.
So the first
Seattle. They could have done Seattle.
Yeah, but I wanted them to do more of the East Coast because they were both on the West Coast. Because the first game or
one was in Detroit. One was in Detroit.
No, the first game was in Chicago. Second game was in
Chicago, San Francisco.
It would have been better.
So then it would have been DC.
DC. No, because Division 2 just did DC.
Well, you could still.
But they don't want to rehash the same location.
Oh, then they did the Division was New York anyways too in the first.
Yeah, but that was a long time ago.
Oh.
Division 2 came out. Well, the first Division came out around the same time that Watch Dogs 1 did. That was in 2013.
Maybe.
So if they had just did New York, because it would have made sense because they could have did the same.
Or if they did New Orleans, or Miami.
Well, I think they would want places with super tall buildings. I know some of them do, but they would need something with a lot of tall buildings and stuff.
Well, Miami was getting built up now.
Yeah. See, it does make sense though that London, because of all their security.
Yeah.
But
what if they did France? Would France make sense or Germany?
Actually, no, it's probably not. Because it probably would have made sense to do London. Mainly because, again, they're all about people being watched. And they don't want to be hacked or whatever.
Stop watching me, bro.
It's like, like I do like the fact you can change the character's clothing and whatnot. Like it just doesn't really make sense. The point of so many different characters, you can just customize them for whatever reason, and then you just get.
I feel like they're either gonna give you a few characters that continue the story.
I mean, they're all apparently a lot of the characters, like they said, like over 100 characters in the game that you can choose from.
Oh, okay.
Well, there's probably way more than that.
So, is there characters? What the questions I have is, are there 100 characters, and then within those 100 characters, are all those stories branching into one of the main stories?
Yeah, all their stories are all part of the main story because they all have a reason to be part of DedSec. I think the story is about DedSec itself, and you're building a DedSec.
And you're building a DedSec,
and then it goes in that direction. But these characters, their stories
branching together.
They're branched together, and
so that way they can. That way the story comes together.
Yeah, like even though their stories are all different and they have a reason why.
So now the other question is how many of these character slots are you allowed to have? And
I think they said a maximum of 20.
So then, if you have 100 characters, that means you either have to pick and choose what type of play style and what type of. That's what I'm thinking. Is you're gonna have to pick your lineup of your own DedSec.
Yeah.
To play your own style of the game.
Yeah.
That's weird as shit. I think that's really weird as shit.
To me, it is weird, but also it makes sense. I guess for me, really, it's just whether not having a singular main hero.
Dude, I'm going to pick so many hackers. I'm going to have so many hackers.
My team is probably going to, my group is probably going to be like stealthy.
It's going to be hackers and ex spies and ex assassins.
So mine's mostly about. I
really wouldn't need any. I'd probably have like two bare knuckle, like two of those like guys that I need to go and crush people's skulls with. I'd like get 2 or 3 of them, and then the rest are going to be like assassin and ex spies, and a bunch of strong hackers on the other side.
I'm trying to think what would be.
Like if you would think about it, it would make sense to have a few knuckle crushers, and then.
See, I would try to make mine balanced, like because I don't know how many classes there are. I feel like there's like 3 classes, and like I would have like I don't know 4 per, and then have like maybe the extras back.
Yeah, like a majority of mine's. I feel like I would get a lot of hackers, and then I would get a handful of spies, and then a really small amount of like fighters.
Yeah, I'd probably have a lot of spies, honestly, because I'm honored with the stealth. Plus, I'd probably feel like a place where it's
like because I feel like spies would understand how to get
in and out,
and then I need assassins to do like contract work to kill.
I feel like what they were trying to do, because in Watch Dogs 2, you know how in Watch Dogs 2 when you go to a base and you just like rescue this person, I feel like that's what they attempted to do, but on a larger scale.
You were gonna do that shit.
Like it was like because that's what it feels like. I can't be wrong, because it was like you can do that still anyways in 3. You go to rescue this person from out of jail, and you recruit them to DedSec, and that's literally what you were doing in Watch Dogs 2 when you were taking those DedSec members from being captured by gang members and police and stuff.
You want to be a part of a crew?
Hey, and then, but I do like the fact that if someone dies and then you have another character, and then like the one guy asks, "What happened to the other guy that saved me?" And he goes, "He didn't make it." And he's like, "That sucks." I'm like, well, I guess at least it will let them know that they didn't make it. They're just not like, oh.
But in the trailer though, in the gameplay for E3, that guy could have definitely saved himself.
Yeah, I think he purposely died in there just so he can show the fact that there's
like there was a train station,
because he stopped, turned around, and tried to fight them again. He could have kept fucking moving.
I'm like, dude, run to the train station, fucking tell the thing to go, and you could have gone at it. Remember in the first one, you could use the train,
hack the train,
and then move it forward, and you could run, and like the police couldn't catch you anymore.
Yeah, like I feel like they would do that, Like honestly, I think the only reason why he died is because they want to emphasize that he can permanently die, and then the characters will know that person has died. I'm like, oh.
I really am thrilled, but not thrilled as far as that game.
See, there's another game I threw about was Borderlands 3.
That's
I just
another
showed you.
game.
I just showed you.
Yeah, you showed me your OP class.
Yeah, I definitely want to play the assassin Zane. Zane, and I can't believe he's Captain Flint's brother.
Dude,
from Borderlands 2. Like
Captain Flint, really? Like, dude, Captain Flint was huge.
He was a big ass dude. And then you see Zane, he's like small.
He's like small as hell, and
but he's got like muscle, but he looks like a badass. And like, it makes you wonder what his like the head, because you know they do the heads, and then they get the different colors outfits. Like, I wonder if they how much more how much more customization you can do. I think there's a lot more. Like, you can edit their hands, their gloves, and their boots, and their pants, or whatever, like separately. Like, you're not just changing colors now. You can change multiple stuff on them.
I want to do the Beast Hunter, the Beast guy,
the Beast Tamer.
I want to do him. That was cool.
Flack, yeah.
Flack looks cool, and then I like the girl with the robot. That looks pretty.
I can't remember her. Mose
was pretty fucking tough. And then I want to play the Siren too.
I can never remember the Siren's name for the life of me.
Lily?
No, Lilith. Lilith is from the first game. And then there's Athena in pre-sequel. There's I don't know. I can't remember her name.
Lilith will always be my god.
I always used.
It was a bad.
In the first game I used Roland. In the second game I used Zero. And in the third game I used Zane.
I used the Gunzerker. Gunzerker was a fun guy to play. Just so many guns. This huge ass upgraded turret that I fixed up for him.
And then all these. Oh wait, there's shift codes. Sorry, there's these little things called shift codes in Borderlands where you get these golden keys you can open up. I don't really need them anymore because I got the rainbow guns in Borderlands 3, in Borderlands 2, but like still, I'm trying to remember her name. I can't remember that one. That freaking Siren's name. Why I'm looking it up. Sorry. Keep talking.
Oh yeah, man. What's good? What's good, y'all?
Like, it's bothering me right now that I can't remember her name. Oh, that's what I want. Oh, you saw that video of the fucking of the gun running.
Oh, the gun running up the stairs.
Freaking claps. I was like, you're there.
I actually want to see. This is another good question. I want to see what they can do. What other than throwing the guns like a grenade, or throwing the guns like and they hurt the other person.
Oh, so there's more when I think you throw the gun. Like I said before, it gets legs and it gets up and shoots and walks on its own. And I think there's one that flies. That flies like a drone and it shoots up. I know Zane can summon a drone himself and it shoots like a little turret. Like, Zane is like the soldier class and the assassin class combined. But he's still an assassin. But he can do that's weird because he can do two. He's the only class. This is why I like him so much. He's the only class that can activate both of his two different abilities at the same time.
He's fucking badass in the commercials.
The only thing is if you equip one of the second abilities, he doesn't get a grenade, but you can get one of your drones to shoot grenades anyways. So there's no point in saying he doesn't have grenades because he has grenades. I'm like, it's gonna be amazing.
You need just more grenades. More grenades. Then I saw the guy, the hunter. There was a guy in the first part of the game, and the second one, where he has like some of those like safari outfits on.
Oh, Hemlock.
Yeah.
I actually liked that actually showing them actually doing things in cutscenes and not just telling you to do things.
Yeah, they're like actually helping you fight the war, dude.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool. Hammerlock's in there. Dude, they got a lot of people from the first and second one in there.
Why am I drawing a blank on her freaking name? Like, I keep saying Mose, but I can't seem, or Maz, I already pronounced her name, but I can't seem to find the other one. I
want to see like, as far as the game is concerned, how many more weapons they put into this.
There's literally them shooting burgers. That's a gun.
That's a gun.
A gun that shoots burgers. You guys don't understand how crazy that is. Like, I thought getting a butt stallion gun which shoots out blood stallion. It was amazing. Now they're shooting burgers. What I do like though is that you can switch between different elements. Like, and there's different elemental guns. Like there's one I saw there's like fire, and cryo. You can switch in just in between. And this is like amazing. Like, you're gonna be so overpowered.
This is gonna be like a freaking. This game. I remember when I first played it, I thought it was like the best game ever because I could do so much in it. Like it was so well drawn. It was so like had a great freaking story, and then it would just seamlessly you could play through everything.
It was so. Oh man, I love the Borderlands series. I'm just, like, my only like this is me not being humble right here is like I got all my friends to play Borderlands because they didn't want to play the first because they thought it looked dumb, and now they freaking love it. Like Shaq and Aaron and like Chris and all them, like they never played it. And then I brought it over to Shaq's house one day, and they were all there playing Borderlands. They liked it, and like, oh cool, like finally I got a game that you all like and will actually play it other than Call of Duty because all they would ever play is Call of Duty. It's Call of Duty
really, to me, really drowned out so many years of me playing really good games. And that shit is dying now. Die, Call of Duty, die.
Like, Call of Duty should, I don't know. Like, if they're gonna keep doing Call of Duty, make it, instead of trying to force it to be all about goddamn, like, multiplayer, like, I'm glad they're trying to go back to being having an actual story. Because they're doing their regular thing, but they should actually keep that. Like, have multiplayer just be a thing, like, keep multiplayer. You like have a story, and then you have multiplayer. Don't just try to do straight up multiplayer where it's just like a battle royale thing, because that's all it was really with the last Call of Duty was just battle royale.
I feel like players too try to justify it to be like, well, I'm trying to get perceived. I'm like, you don't get any achievements.
Yeah,
you don't get nothing.
Like the only achievement you get is like
you get diamond fucking skins. Whoop-de-fucking-do. What the hell is that going to do for you? It's not going to make your skill any better.
If you want to play like a shooting game, it's got to have some like story to it at least. Like that's why I like Borderlands because it got a story to it.
Yeah, I like it because it's fucking a great looter shooter.
And they were the ones that created looter shooter.
Yeah, that was like the best looter shooter in the world, and I think it trumps fucking Destiny.
Yeah, I do too, because they make it so that you can actually, you feel like you can actually get a certain weapon. Like in Destiny, you can try. Like a lot of people, when I was playing Destiny 1, I was trying to get the gun, the Hawk Moon. Never got it. But I'm gonna tell
you right now. Destiny 2 recycled guns.
Yeah, I know.
It was so stupid. It was so stupid. I hated Destiny 2 after that. After I started noticing there was just like guns from Destiny 1, I was just like, so what's the point of playing Destiny 2 if I'm just gonna get recycled guns that I already know how to fire?
I didn't really care for Destiny in general in the first place. The only reason I played Destiny 1 was for the Hawk Moon. And Destiny 2, I only played it because I wanted to see Cade, and then because I played the trailer and then he dies.
I fucking enjoyed Destiny fucking 1 personally because I played competition and I played story and I enjoyed playing it. It was fun for me, right? But when it came to like Destiny 2, I didn't see that same fun where it was like I could keep playing and then there was new weapons that I could unlock. There was no new weapons. It's all recycled garbage.
Yeah, most of the new weapons you can get, like they have especially the exotic weapons. Now they got exotic quests where you can get the exotic weapons by doing the quests. The quests are hard as hell to do.
Yeah, but it takes forever.
Yes, they do. They take forever. And then they require you to be get headshots with a hand cannon and Crucible, like 200 of those. I'm
that's stupid. I was like, hey, you're gonna take forever to do that in a Crucible.
There was one. There was you got to do there's one that I got. The Malfeasance, which is a handgun, which is a really strong, good handgun that I like. I actually like the handguns in Destiny 2 a lot, but the Malfeasance, you had to, you couldn't die with motes because you're doing this thing called, why am I drawing a blank? I haven't played Destiny so long, I can't remember the name. Gambit. There's a game mode called Gambit where you kill these monsters and they drop these little orbs of light and you collect them. They're like motes. You put them in these little bank and you build these points up and you gotta summon the prime, you will kill it and then your team wins.
Oh yeah, you couldn't die. You couldn't die with all the motes.
No, you couldn't. If you did, you would lose that many. You would lose double that amount that you just did. I was like, that's why I come in with just doing 5 of those motes and banquets.
I heard the same thing you were talking about. I heard people said that it was the most annoying thing because anybody was trying to do that.
And then you had to wait. And then you had to get to a certain point. Like every time you did it, if you completed all the other things on the list, you had to kill this. I couldn't remember the name of it, which is we called it the meatball because it was like a ball, a ball thing that would attack. You had to kill that, and then you can you had to kill it, and then you can continue with the quest because it's like a quest. Then you got to go to goddamn Gambit, and you're spending all your time on Gambit. Then you got to do another quest, and you got to try not to die in all these other quests.
Well, let me tell you something. What I really got annoyed in, and it was it was their first quest. It was their first raid. I ranked my guy up past the fucking raid number, right?
Mm-hmm.
I still couldn't fucking kill that fucking callous motherfucker. I could not kill that guy to save my fucking goddamn life.
Everybody else has been pretty good at, see Shaq and them. They're really good at I can do callous now. I can easily I can.
Yeah, I can't
get do to it. The only thing I can't do with callous is when when you gotta kill the dogs.
Yeah,
that is the one part I can't do because I can never figure out where
I can do the dogs.
That little thing, just like
I can do the dogs and I can do the shifting and everything. The thing is, what I can't do is I can do is when it comes to the DPS, when you kind of do the damage phase.
Mm-hmm.
Is that why does it take if everybody's up there, right? Why does it take so long for them to do that whole damage phase? And it's just like if we're all up there in the numbers, shouldn't our damage be fucking just milking this guy?
Yeah,
dude?
They're like, yeah, use rockets. These rockets will kill me. I was hitting him with rockets and shotguns, and okay, I was always the last person to be killing their monster. Unless I was helping somebody, mine didn't die fast. I was always the last person because for some reason, even though I had strong guns, they just wouldn't die. So I was sitting there I was always holding the team back when it came to the dogs, and I don't know what it was. I was just messing. I thought I was messing up. It was no, your dog just wasn't dying. I was okay, cool. But I can do the little run thing where you gotta go through little gauntlet where you're running around the little circle thing. You gotta get the jump and you do that. And then there's then we can get to the callus and.
I did the gauntlets perfect. I love the gauntlet.
That was my favorite part though, because you just gotta jump, you just gotta race and jump up over daisies, and then you gotta call out. How we did it was we would run, we would call out where it was, or middle, bottom, middle, or top, and and it would just be all of us, all they'd top, middle. You just hear all of us at the same time, middle, top, bottom. And you just gotta recognize the person who's on your team's voice, who's following you on their or the person who's.
We used to do it our gamer tags Hey dude, top. I was okay, bam, jump.
We would do dog. I was always the dog. There's a little thing with a little dog emblem. I was always dog because me and Shaq would always do that one. They would have Aaron and them do the other ones. I was always dog, so dog bottom, dog top.
And I got so fucking good at that raid to the point where I could get to Callus's room and I could do everybody else. What pisses me off is that I couldn't defeat Callus.
Well, we defeated Callus a number of times, but we would always die a lot because someone would always mess up. Especially if we had Chris with us. Chris, don't get me wrong, I like you, but you always mess up a lot, and you would blame other people because he would mess up. And I thought I had to get killed, or I thought I killed him, or I thought I was hitting the right thing. Chris, you only have one job.
You only have one job to do, Chris.
My job was to stay out of the room before he teleported you and shit you into that weird room, and he took a little orb and he jumped over the thing and he jumped to the light, and then I think you just go back in there. And my job was after that we would get our damage buff up. I would die. I would jump to the fire, kill myself. Someone would revive me, and then I would come back and he would have more a damage multiplier on him, and then he would take more damage. And that was the thing. That's how I knew it was my job. The only hard part was it was just me on one side, another person on the other side of the room. So I'm getting swarmed by enemies. I'm trying not to die here because we only have a certain amount of times we can revive. You can revive twice or something like that.
Yeah.
You can only revive somebody twice, and the person can only come back at it however many times. But you run out a certain number of ones. and like another person over there is like shooting like one person, like kills that person that's just standing there while you're getting swarmed to the other side over here. Like come on.
They made such a complicated game, even to where like you had to go in that one little forest area where you had to like be behind people.
Oh, yeah, that's the dog. So you gotta like you stay behind them and
it's
crouch.
Stupid. It was stupid as fuck.
I hated that. Like following them was easy, but then you gotta remember where your goddamn like your little plant was, and you gotta go to your plant and just make sure the dog doesn't get to the plant, and you gotta kill the dog. I'm like, God damn it!
Like that's so stupid.
Like I would always forget because I always knew where I was at, and I was like, okay, I can remember. I
fucking tried my hardest to kill my dog, and I always killed my dog. It was always just one person. I felt bad for that one person because I used to be that one dude, and then I got so good at it that I killed my light was so up there. I got to kill my dog, and it was just so annoying. Honestly, it was just an annoying game. So I'm glad I stopped playing Destiny 2. You want to wrap it up?
Yeah, I'm just gonna. Before I call it here, sorry, talk to a lady.
We're gonna wrap it up.
We're gonna wrap it up here because I'm starting to get hungry now.
Yeah, we're wrapping it up. I'm about to get home too.
Yep. Like I said before, you can follow me on at Stormville25 on Instagram and Twitter. You can follow the Geeks and Rebels page itself on Facebook and on Instagram.
Follow Geeks and Rebels. Comment. Tell us what you like us.
Subscribe. Ask questions. I keep asking people to ask questions, and people just keep not asking. My friend Greg was saying, yeah, I'll send questions. Hasn't sent questions.
Haven't seen one question.
Haven't seen one question, Greg. Come on, I'm gonna actually purposely tag you in the video.
Follow me at EvilMonkey11107.
I feel like you should shorten at some point.
Instagram, Twitter. Follow my Mixer. I have actually been doing a lot of Mixer with friends. So
I'm thinking of doing streaming stuff. Oh, I did post that we were going to do some special stuff. Special stuff is hopefully with Juliana when she comes back on, because I know you guys seem to like having her on. We do like maybe another cosplay episode, or we'll do.
I'm gonna dress exactly like Danny Campos. Danny Campos is real life. Which is what I have on. This is my cosplay, so don't try to.
So I think I was going to try to get her because she's going to come over this Saturday. Hopefully we can do another drinking episode because I want to do a drinking episode. We were supposed to do one on Thursday. Ended up not doing.
I could come down and help you guys get drunk before we go to a game, and we got a DC United game going too. But hell yeah, if you guys are watching me on Mixer, if you guys are not watching me on Mixer, I don't care. But I am streaming The Witcher 3, and I jump off and on Red Dead. It's because it's like
I might actually start Red Dead because I actually have Xbox here, which is still on, surprisingly. I don't know why it turned on.
That is weird. It's a ghost Xbox.
It's a ghost Xbox. It's a ghost box.
It's a ghost box.
It's the box ghost.
All right, guys. Thank you, and keep watching and keep supporting us.
All right.
We really appreciate it.
Yeah, we'll talk to you guys later. Bye.